paper is the long shot, Shelby.
And Abrogate, excuse me, will kick off the post grade. She is 6-5 right now for Steve Asmussen.
Well, it's gotten a lot less competitive when Miss Speedy came out, who was probably the biggest threat, though I think the outside horse has a chance.
First start out of stakes company since January as we look at the number 2, Prodigy Doll.
And she's getting back on a sloppy trap where she had no success at Ellis Park 2 races back.
She actually also ran in that Miss Preakness back in May, but has had some disappointing performances.
You just have Miss Preakness envy because Maggie was Miss Preakness. Okay?
That's right,
just
she
admit
was.
It. Admit it.
Shelby coming up next.
Yeah, Shelby's a horse to help make the race go. She's coming out of a win in a maiden 30.
Someone said so comes out of the Raven Run.
Listen, it's a $160,000 purse. It's going to be good for Shelby if she finishes 4th.
Yeah.
Someone said so, rounding out the field. I think she's the major threat, the favorite, but she'll need the favorite to not run her race to win. But I think she is the biggest threat and should be a clear second choice.
Filly by Texas Red. Remember him?
Well, wait, Shelby's actually not eligible for that because she's only running for part of 98,500 because Shelby is an Oregon bred.
That's pretty incredible. And you know what? Shelby is the market mover.
But was she 80 to 1 morning line?
She was 20 to 1 morning line. She opened at 3 to 1.
There was probably $14 in the pool when she opened at 3 to 1.
Well, if you want to bet her now that she's back up to 20 to 1, she's the TwinSpires market mover. You can go to twinspires.com or download the app today. She is 1 for 1 on the dirt, though.
You know, Jonathan Kinchin's coming on next, and he's sitting over there. I wish Jonathan Kinchin was here to explain why Shelby was the market.
I'm sure he'd have a good reason, to be honest.
I don't know if he'd have a good reason, but I think he deserves to have to be sitting here to explain it. And Jonathan, big performance over the weekend, a 2nd-place finish in the BCBC. Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Congrats to him.
We have prices for you in the 5th race back at Aqueduct.
Oh, now she's 9 to 2. That was the morning line. I'm the idiot.
No, you were Churchill Downs on the bottom of the screen. So now 9 to 2, and now a 3 to 5 favorite on Abrogate.
Yeah, I'm like Mr. Short-Term Memory Man, right? We had that same problem in race 3, and I'd already completely forgotten about it. Regardless, Shelby will not be 9 to 2 at post, and she wins this race. I tip my hat. I guess Abrogate. I guess the concern with Abrogate, right, was the cold streak that the Asmussen barn had at Keeneland, but it seems to have subsided as they've started off the Churchill meet very, very well.
Absolutely, as Ricardo Santana looks to turn things around as well. And, we talk often about slumps or a barn that's going well, and it really is peaks and valleys in horse racing. There are ups and downs.
Sure.
Everybody goes through it. It is something that happens, but it is also, when you're betting, something to pay attention to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's not as though there's some voodoo. I mean, a lot of times it's tough to keep them all running.
Though horse racing people can be very superstitious.
Foolish horse racing people are superstitious. I think that the superstitions are idiotic, but that's just me. I think, Jackie's Warrior, right? Jackie's Warrior didn't run his race. They ran 100 by her. With all due respect to Aloha West, who's a cool horse, I picked him second. Glad he ran well, but he was never winning that race if the real Jackie's Warrior showed up. That was not the real Jackie's Warrior, and maybe his long year finally caught up to him.
That could be the case for sure. Steve Asmussen well represented here in this 4th race at Churchill, though, with Abrogate as they load into the gate. We send it up to Travis Stone.
Here in the gate. And the rough. Down inside, Abrogate bounces out near the top. There's company, though. Shelby and Prodigy Doll are right there, 2nd and 3rd, in a margin of 2 to Someone Said So, who's outsprinted so far, but within striking range with 4 furlongs to go. Onto the far turn. Abrogate down inside, but here comes Shelby now. Shelby comes on to challenge that one, and they knock heads with 3 furlongs to go. 2.5 lengths back to Prodigy Doll in 3rd. And then it's Someone Said So, 4th, about 4 lengths off the lead as they come for the top of the stretch. Shelby's a little bit wide by the quarter pole. Abrogate closer to the rail. They're head and head off the turn. Prodigy Doll comes on through between them, putting in a run. And farther back, it's Someone Said So. 1 furlong to go. Abrogate has put away Shelby. Has to fend off Prodigy Doll, who's 2 lengths behind with a 16th to go. And Abrogate's got plenty left. Abrogate opens up by 2.5. Prodigy Doll's trying hard, but is second best to Abrogate, who wins it by 2. Prodigy Doll was second by 6, tight for 3rd. Shelby or Someone Said So.
Abrogate, the favorite off the layoff, gets the job done for Steve Asmussen and Ricardo Santana.
Got in the right spot to get it done and held him off. Drifted a little bit off the rail. Probably riders don't really want to be down there, though the number 5 drifted down there. Adam Messiza, but not that close to the rail. Shelby might have won the photo for third.
That's impressive.
No, it is.
I don't know. We'll see. It was
market mover. She just can't stop them.
Market mover. Let's see.
I think
she held on for third. The number 1, Abrogate, though, first off the layoff for Steve Asmussen.